Okay, so I am here to update you on my eye doctor appointment, and I'm gonna tell you how it went. And interestingly enough, I think that every time, like, I know I have little person syndrome, but when it literally comes down to like your eye condition, it's like, oh, he's over there dropping stuff on accident.
I don't know where it went.
Why are you throwing pantry stuff? Anyway, so I want to say, first of all, I am so grateful for my retina specialist. He is absolutely amazing. We've been to a new specialist for half a dozen years now. I can do that math. That was so rude. Anyway.
That's so true.
Okay.
I mean,
Anyway. You guys, I bought Heath a Starbucks drink this morning, so it's still affecting him. Anyway, so,
no, I don't believe so.
okay, so if you're here for the eye content, or anyway, so it went really, really well. I will say, I'm going a little backwards, okay? So the eye doctor, he was real nice. I wrote him a letter that just says, I love music, because if you don't know my story, you can find it on some other videos. But basically, I'm learning how to write letters now. Sometimes I accidentally write them upside down. I don't know why, but I do. But I know what they look like. Anyway, so I wrote him that just so he knew on a daily basis how I write. Because, you know, when you go to the eye doctor, they're only going to see what they see in the moment. And that doesn't really... It matters, but it doesn't matter consistently when it comes to where you are when you are not in the eye doctor, you know? So lighting or outside or inside or, you know, those things matter, but they matter everywhere. So sometimes the results can be a little interesting. But what I will say is he came in smiling. He was so impressed with the progress, as I am, of course, and everyone else, but just to see that your doctor knows, like, okay, what we're doing is working. Basically, we do have answers, which I'm very happy about, but there's still some mysteries, and they probably always will be literally for the rest of my life, so at some point, I'm just kind of like, okay, cool. But the ROP stage 3 and the achromatopsia symptoms and little person syndrome, they're all connected somehow. You can have a visual impairment and someone with like RP, for example, or aniridia can have photophobia, and then I, with my premature issues, can have photophobia too, as well as color deficiency. So, I mean, it all makes sense, but with...
Sorry, side note.
Yeah?
You explain to him what that is?
What is?
Photo.
Oh, good job. Okay. Photophobia is called, it means that you are extremely light sensitive beyond the normal, like the sun hurting their eyes. I don't know why they call it photophobia. It's a weird term because you're not afraid of the light. You just can't see in the light, and it's extremely harsh on the eyes. So, and Heath got to go with us, which was really good. I loved having him there. Anyway, so everything that I have literally stems back to when I was born. Just a lot of things. Like, we were talking to him about my cerebral palsy and how come my letters don't always connect the right way. And he literally said, no, I can read it. And he put it in his pocket. That was so sweet. I mean, to me, that's a good doctor right there, because doctors usually look at it and hand it back to you. And so, obviously, you know, I still have, you know, progress. I still have a long way to go. I don't have a timeline of a goal when it comes to learning letters. I just have that it is a goal. There's just not you have to learn it by, you know, December, because the brain is going to do what it's going to do. My eyes are going to do what they're going to do. And as long as I can see the letters with my glasses and my vision is stable, that's most important. So basically, he explained to us about that. And then he also explained how, what did he explain? There was something else that he explained. I think we asked. Oh, my mom was wondering because my mom is a visual expert. She works with blind children and all that, and she's done that for years. So she asked him, would it be beneficial? We asked him, would it be beneficial for me to get a monocular? I really didn't think about it because, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but I have used a monocular before on the Bioptic glasses. I didn't like it attached to the glasses all the time, but what I did like was when I would travel outside, I liked being able to have something extra to see a little further. So my mom was asking, why don't you ask him about a monocular? And yes, you guys, I can ask my own questions, but she's a visual expert, so she says, hey, you might need this. I don't know if I need it or not because I'm still learning how to see. So if I know, oh yeah, I should probably ask that. So I did, and he said it would not hurt. So to reach out to the low vision specialist, which I have emailed, but I will probably call next week. Sometimes I'll send them an email and see if they can respond, but if they can't, then I will call. My low vision specialist, he's amazing. Heath knows him too. He's had him before a long time ago. But yeah, so it went really well, and I was very, very impressed. Like, not impressed. I was impressed, but I was very happy with the progress. Now, moving backwards.
I was impressed.
Wait, so Kamir, tell us though, what did you think?
One second.
Okay, give him 1 second. Because he got to go, and like, someone else who is legally blind like myself, it's always interesting to see what he thinks. So what did you think?
I thought it was pretty amazing, and he's a very good doctor. He's very gentle and very understanding of your situation.
Yeah.
And I thought it was amazing how much you could see on the chart.
Yeah.
Because going from not being able to see anything at all to seeing the second line, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
That was. So, yeah, so,
Sorry guys, you're gonna hear
yeah, the fridge is still open. He's putting the fridge things away. But so basically, what Heath is referring to is before I saw the doctor, obviously you do your eye exams and your tests and stuff. Okay, I'm moving in here real quick. Finish my video. So before you do your eye exams and before you do see the doctor, obviously you do your eye exams, and they, I'm past counting fingers, so I don't do that anymore. I do, so they were looking at me with the chart. I was looking at the eye chart, and I could see the second row of letters. I obviously saw the big E. I could see the second row of letters, and I also could see a letter H because I've been working on certain letters. I could tell the letters were there. Again, some letters to me look upside down than others. It could be a brain thing because I'm still getting used to letters, but we're not sure if there's some other, I get letters backwards because sometimes I do write certain letters backwards, and it just, we're still trying to figure that out. It's a long process. But either way, I was able to see the letters. I will say that I was able to see them very clearly with the red. So right now I have on my red sunglasses because we were outside, but I did have my prescription glasses on, and I had the red over them, and as soon as we put the red clip-ons over them, I was able to see it so much better. So that was super, super helpful. So that was very exciting, and I can't even hardly, it was just super, super exciting for that. So, yeah, so I am 2400 in both of my eyes. And then when my new glasses come, I can talk about that more. I'm still waiting on my new glasses, but it's probably taking a while because they had to do quite a bit to them, to make them where I could see really good out of them. So these sunglasses, the coating and the tint will be in actually the lenses of my new prescription. So, and also what I will say is I really, really appreciated when Dr. Yunker, my doctor, walked in. He was so accommodating. He walks in and he just says automatically, we're going to dim the lights. And I just appreciated that so much. they have to be really careful about dilation of my eyes because the eye drops have triggered seizures. So he's really, really thorough and looks at my eyes, and I thought the appointment was really good. So I see him again in a year. So I just want to update you guys on that, and thank you for watching this video, and we're gonna go spend time with family. So come back and see what we're up to next time.